My name is Jillian Barber.
What's the continuous theme in all these works?
Continuous theme in all of them? Nature, fantasy, spirituality to some degree, meditation, mostly nature, I think. I think that experimentation is fine, and I think people have to explore whatever it is they're feeling, and if they want to make art out of it, go ahead and do it. Who cares? Huh?
Your laugh sounds so evil.
Nyek, nyek, nyek. People can give you advice, but you have to know, and you have to be brave, and you have to take some chances. If you say no, that's it. If you say yes, it opens doors. I was in Kingston at a tea, and this little girl was walking around. She was a teenager, maybe 14 or 15, serving tea. I thought, what a beautiful face. I could make art out of that face. You know? I'm a tactile person. I like to touch things, but touching my own work, it's like alive or something. Well, I think that even if I use the same face over and over, every mask is different. It just is. Peligon, how are you doing? Such a picture. Perfect. It's all from one casting of a 7-year-old child. Each piece has a different laced impression on the head, the impressions of childhood that are like left impressed on you. I follow no trend. I never have. My whole thing has been to follow my own intuition. I've cast a lot of people, but I've only been cast myself twice. This was me at 40 and 55. Well, when I make a big animal, I let them grow. I start out with the legs and the body and whatever, and it just intuitively gives things life.
What was the reasoning for the incorporation of like Asian things into your art?
Perhaps I was an Asian in a previous lifetime. So I was born in Staffordshire, England during World War II. All of those years I was class artist. And then I went to RISD, during which time I studied ceramics. Not a lot of other people did at the time. There were like 8 of us in the whole graduating class. I can't do anything else. I am an artist. And I knew that as a kid. RISD, you get a chance to do a little bit of everything and then decide for your senior year, well, at junior and senior year, what you want to really major on.
Yeah.
Then doors open. You never know. And you're on your way anyway, I think.
What are you trying to convey through your art?
That's an odd question for me. I mainly create things that come from within me, from my own imagination. And sometimes I've been doing a series of masks now for many years, and a series of animals. But when I start making them, I do not know what they're going to turn out like. I know that they're going to have 4 legs and a body, and they're going to have beautiful texture, but then I don't know really how it's going to end. And the head, all of the energy goes into the head of it, I think. And sometimes it's a dragon head, sometimes it's a woman's head, like a chimera. And embodying many different animals, birds, insects, wings, butterfly wings. I never know, I just do it. This was a series I started just a couple of years ago. There, I discovered that I had a lot of broken pottery, and I collect some Asian pottery. This is the same face as we were looking at before.
Yes.
The woman from Newport, who is a Korean.
Yes.
So around the edge, I put Korean pottery. This one has a dragon in it, and some items that I found, and I just love it. And then it needed something up here, and then I discovered that I had a little man with this opium pipe. So, the story could be like he's visiting the geisha in the gardens. And I love the fan too. And every one of these is in the same kimono costume. So beautiful. And when people discovered that I was using broken pottery, they started bringing me bags of it on my porch. So now I have a lot of pottery. But somebody brought this entire bag of pottery with a water wheel and like a village in the clay, in the picture of the clay. So I may put that around his face. This is someone I met in Hartford, and I cast him. So it looks like that this person could maybe live in this village. Maybe he works at the water wheel, and obviously these are all his dogs, or the village dogs. This piece of lace, the whole thing started with the impression of this piece of lace on his forehead, which was a boy and his dog. And I even have a little black dog right there. I love this one a lot.
Yeah.
And this one I call fruit plate. I made all the individual pieces of fruit that go around it. And then I had a little Mexican figure she's got a plate on top of her head, which fit perfectly up there.
Where did you take the inspiration in your art?
Even as a kid, I always loved faces. I even have my very first self-portrait from when I was in first grade. Since I never throw anything away, I'm one of those people.
Yeah, same.
And I drew self-portraits constantly, and even at RISD, drawing class was my favorite, especially portraits. But I thought that if I have in different faces, you'd be really good to cast. Different faces are...
You can cast me. I'll be glad.
Oh, good. Different faces inspire me. And I was thinking about this today. I was in Kingston at a tea, and this little girl was walking around. She was a teenager, maybe 14 or 15, serving tea. I thought, what a beautiful face. I could make art out of that face. This was inspiring me. So I talked to her mom, who happened to be a poet. So she was one of the first people I cast. And I've done many, many masks of her. And I sold one about a month ago. And that was 1976. So once I have the mold of a face, I can either continue to reuse it or not and find other people. Several people here. David, would you like to stand next to the fountain, please, without your glasses on?
Your laugh is so evil.
Huh?
Your laugh sounds so evil.
Nyek, nyek, nyek.
Crazy artist.
Come along. You could go in, or you go in.
Oh, I guess he can be here. Yeah.
Just out there, out here? You're closer. Okay. This is a casting of David. It's a self-circulating fountain. Has a little motor that goes in the bottom. And this is David as the Greenman as well. He's the perfect green man.
How long does each piece usually take?
To create a mask,
Yeah.
after casting the person,
And the clay and until the end?
pressing the clay into the mold, which I brought one to show you,
Yeah.
letting that become leather hard, flipping it out, and then looking at it, fixing all the little defects, and I can change it. I can make a larger nose, change the lips, open the eyes if I feel like it. And then in most of the larger masks for many years, I did a headdress, I called it a headdress of lace pattern around the head, the top, the sides, and the bottom. And then I usually begin by like a rope effect around the chin. I don't know why, I just do. And then I sometimes start with a pea pod or a leaf if I know I want it to be floral. or it could be a dragon around the face or a bird. And I just start working. It's all intuitive, mostly everything I do. It works not by itself. I do it, but it creates, I watch it happen to some degree. This piece is called Variations. It's all from one casting of a 7-year-old child with different, each piece has a different laced impression on the head, sort of like meant to be like the impressions of childhood that are like left impressed on you. Mm-hmm. So this is her face. So this is the cast of her face. She was 7 years old, the youngest person I've ever done. So what I would do, inside of the mask, I would put like, just like this much right here. But every piece it's all different. Every piece is a different piece.
Yes.
Very subtle and beautiful. And just ivory color.
On a large scope, why do you choose to do art?
That's a huge question. I can't do anything else. I am an artist. And I knew that as a kid. I absolutely did. And it's not just clay. I am also a photographer, and I can draw pretty well as well.
Are you trying to follow the trend of the art world, or are you just being yourself?
I follow no trend. I never have. My whole thing has been to follow my own intuition. And when I was doing photography, black and white photography, I'd get an idea. Oh yes, I need this friend in this white gown to go running through the trees, and I would not. I'd have to get it done. And that's how a lot of my works, a lot of my black and white photography was like that. The beautiful portraits of friends.
I just feel like the standard for art has changed so much today. It used to be that as long as you depict something as real as you can, that would be good. But now art can be anything. Like even if I put a toilet in the museum, that would be art. So
that's been done.
I'm just trying to dig into your feelings on what you think of this diversifying of the art world.
I think that experimentation is fine, and I think people have to explore whatever it is they're feeling, and if they want to make art out of it, go ahead and do it. Who cares? I mean, it's an expression of your inner self. Why did you
choose to use clay instead of just pencils?
I not only use clay, I often do assemblage.
Yep.
I had David make a beautiful wooden frame for me, like a reliquary. And I filled it. I collect objects. Sometimes I go to thrift stores and I find wonderful objects. And I have a whole pile of them. The mask is the end of the wall made out of broken pottery. Mm-hmm. That's clay assemblage, that I call it. But it's making sense out of a whole jumble, but either doing a story, and the images and the colors and the textures all kind of have to blend. I don't have anything like that here, but they're really intensive and beautiful.
Is there a specific way you orient your colors?
Colors? Well, I'll sit down. When I have to glaze something, I'll look at it and a color will come to mind. But I've got like 100 different little glaze jars, and I just start glazing. And I think some are very colorful, some are not. And every now and then I'll do just white on white, like ivory. So not specifically. And just kind of grows.
Do you usually plan when you're making a piece of work, or what is the typical making process?
If I want to make an animal, I have an order for a dragon, and I kind of know how I'm going to start it. It's very similar to the one here. with legs and a body. But then I let it grow, like I tried to explain before.
I must have missed that out then. Yeah.
And the head is the last thing that I attach to it.
Yeah.
With the larger piece, it takes some thinking because they're heavy for one thing, and they're larger pieces of clay that have to fit together perfectly for this thing to stay together when I lift it. And they're so heavy sometimes I can't lift them. I have David lift them and put them in the kiln, which is deep and low.
Oh yeah.
I have a friend in Newport, Lee Siegel, and for a while I was calling him and having him come over and do it. Because I didn't want to hurt myself or break the piece because they're fragile until they're fired.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I've used that before.
Yeah, and they're hollow.
Yeah.
Like there'll be a big body and a head attached to that, and legs and a tail, and where do you lift it? So it's difficult. But they come out so beautiful when they're done.
I'm not sure if you're familiar with AI. Are you?
A little bit, yeah, sure.
Like, what do you think about the introduction of AI into making art?
Well, I think it's really going to change things, and I don't know for the good or the better or the worse. Especially certain people using it for the worse. I don't know. I think that people should be making things with their hands and their minds and their hearts and not a machine. I think art should come from within. It's the expression of... Imagination is one thing, but then getting just this vision in your head, and you see something in your head, and where did that come from?
Yeah.
It's in you, and you want to manifest it. And the whole thing about working with clay is you're manifesting whatever is in you, no matter what it is, even if it's a bowl, you're manifesting it, you're creating it. Imagination is one thing, but then getting just this vision in your head, and you see something in your head, and where did that come from? It's in you, and you want to manifest it. And the whole thing about working with clay is you're manifesting whatever is in you, no matter what it is, even if it's a bowl, you're manifesting it, you're creating it.
You see Picasso in his later years, he like painted so much that he kind of continues his style too much. It feels very redundant to watch his older paintings, I feel like, and it just turns into a business. So how do you like ensure that your style continues while your work are not redundant, like the work you have done in the past?
Well, I think that even if I use the same face over and over, every mask is different. It just is. And these big ones are these crazy ones. They're really, they're something else. I think if anything, some of the sea creatures that I do a series of fish, and I've been doing them for like several years now. And for me to change the shape of the fish, I don't need to change the shape of the fish. It's perfect the way it is. But a different piece, I use lace pattern. A different piece of lace changes everything. And sometimes I'll add a turtle to a turtle or combine them somehow. But the masks, they're all different. They're all different.
What was the reasoning for the incorporation of like Asian things into your art?
Perhaps I was an Asian in a previous lifetime. I joke about that, but I don't know why I collect kimonos. I always have. I have a whole bunch of them. The way this started was there was a beautiful Asian woman. I think she was Korean, working in a store in Newport, right above a gallery that I was in. And the gallery had rounded up a dozen people for me to cast, which I did. And I went upstairs, and there she was. And I thought, this beautiful face represents a whole culture. And she's absolutely beautiful. Would you like to be cast? All right. So I I did a cast of her. And I can honestly say that all the wholesale shows that I did, and I took a series of masks for a customer to look at, it was always her face that people wanted. So I made hundreds of masks of her, and I was comfortable doing it because she still inspires me. That one's from 1972 or 76, and the one down there, Geisha I call it, it's her face from 1976 still, but a whole new world around it, of broken pottery and stuff like that. But
What was the worst experience you've ever had making art?
well, the people who owned the gallery that I did the castings in wanted to be done, but they freaked out, which means that I got them all covered with straws in the nose. It's not a pleasant experience for most people. Straws in the nose and wet plaster, and they sit straight up. With them wet plaster. Both of them did. So I didn't.
Oh, what if the plaster goes into their nose?
Well, a little bit did, but she snorted.
It's not the best experience.
I didn't, and I haven't hurt anyone. I usually ask people if they're claustrophobic first before casting.
I probably would be under such a circumstance.
You'd be claustrophobic, you think?
For this, yeah.
It only takes 15 or 20 minutes for the.
That's a long time for you to be thinking that.
It is when you're listening to soft music and your own heartbeat. Oh, well, I think. I did a show over the weekend, and I met a woman who said, "Do you remember doing a casting at Sunup Gallery of a little boy who got very frightened?" I'm like, "Oh my God, I do." Here was a little boy. He was like, I don't know, 10 maybe. He was petrified. So he's lying, and I was wearing a white coat. I must have looked like a doctor. He's lying on a table, and I could see his little heart beating. I'm like, oh my God, just be quiet. Everything's fine. No. And he finally calmed down. His mother was holding his hand. Oh God. So I got it straws. I got the plaster on his face, and I just so. When I took the mask off, he was fine. Mm-hmm. He couldn't wait to leave. But the mask was this. He was like this.
I mean, it's definitely expressive.
So I have it. I'm like, oh, this is a portrait. What am I going to do? You know what I did? Okay, I did the mold. I did the casting, and I put a dragon coming down, reaching for his eye, and it was wonderful. So I said, and who are you related? I'm the sister. And I said, where's the mask now? And she said, I think my mother has it or something like that. But she remembered that. It was quite a story.
What a story.
That was scary. Yeah. Oh, yeah. And I had just been thinking about that, and then to meet her was really wonderful.
He would never forget that for his whole life.
No. Neither will he. Most likely. But it still exists. I'm glad about that.